Hello everybody, welcome to the next game in the Washington Nationals season replay 2019 inside pitch style. We're at game number 34 and we'll look at the standings real quick and see that the Nationals, after beating the Brewers in game 1, now stand at 21-12. They hold a 2-game lead over the Mets, who are at 20-15. Philadelphia's 2.5 back at 19-15. Atlanta's 6 back, 16-19. And Miami bringing up the rear 11-23. Couple of notes, roster moves. We have Anthony Rendon being activated off the injured list, and Carter Kieboom has been sent down to AAA. Tony Sipp is going on the injured list, and Eric Fetty is being called up. So we got a new third baseman, Anthony Rendon, coming back, try to get his swing back, and then a little bit of a bullpen change. Tony Sipp, the lefty, is out. Eric Fetty, the righty, is in. Now the Nationals have 3 lefties and 5 righties in the bullpen instead of 4 and 4. Now it's 3 and 5. All right, so today's starting pitchers. This game was played May the 7th. Starting pitchers, it'll be Adrian Houser for the Brewers against Steven Strasburg for the Nationals. This is Hauser's second start. In his first start, he had a no decision, but he didn't give up any runs either. He went 5 innings, gave up 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Strasburg, on the other hand, as we bring his totals in, Strasburg is 3-2 with a 2.47 ERA, 47 in the third innings pitched, 32 hits, 17 runs, 13 earned, 11 walks, and 53 strikeouts. We'll set the lineup for the Nationals. Leading off will be Adam Eaton in left, Robles in right, Rendon at third, Kendrick at first, Suzuki catching, Dozier at second, Defoe at short, Taylor in center, and Strasburg on the mound. Defensively for the Brewers, Gamble's in left, Cain's in center, Yelich is in right, Shaw's at third, Arcia at short, Moustakas at second, Aguilar at first, Grandal catching the offerings of Adrian Houser. And we'll get to the Brewer starting lineup in the bottom of the first. Right now we will bring in Miller Park. So we can see this. The effects that Miller Park has, giving some extra strikeouts and extra walks on certain occasions. And let's bring in Adrian Houser. On the 2019 season, he was 6-7 with a 3.72 ERA. He had 18 starts and 17 relief appearances, so kind of split the difference there. He can only face 19 batters before he gets tired, so the bullpen for the Brewers, which was already used pretty heavily in Game 1, is going to be taxed again here in Game 2 just by virtue of Houser not being able to face a lot of batters. So they may be scrambling in the bullpen, but it's a good thing they have a lot of bullpen guys to go to. Brewers, I believe, have 8 bullpen pitchers, maybe 9. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got them for 8. Yeah, they got 8 bullpen pitchers, so if they have to use 5 or 6 of them in this game to cover the difference, so be it. All right, I'm going to try to use the guys, first of all, that did not pitch yesterday, if possible. I mean, it's going to be dependent on score and situation, whatnot. Nationals did hang on and win the previous game over the Brewers 5-4, where Doolittle got his 10th save, Scherzer got his 6th win. So Game 2, Brewers looking to even the series. Starting off for the Nationals, it'll be left fielder Adam Eaton. He's hitting .302, 6 homers, 26 runs driven in. And game number 34 is now underway. 4-4 on Houser is a strikeout plus, and he got him. So Adrian Houser gets the strikeout of Eaton. 1 down, and that's going to bring up Robles. He's still struggling, 185, 2 homers, 14 driven in. 4-2, that's a range play. Go to Robles. 6-3 is a star 3. Ground ball to third. The range of Shaw is a 4. Very good range. So as long as this is not a 5 or 6, Shaw will make the play. That's a 5. He can't get it. So let's see if it's a double. It is. So how about that? Robles snuck it down the left field line, turns it into a double. Shaw was unable to knock it down. And by the time Gamble retrieves it from the left field corner, it's a double for Victor Robles. His attempt is a 5, and Houser is a +2. That's a 7, but then you cut it in half, trying to steal third makes him a 3.5. You round down, makes it a 3. So let's roll and see if anything happens on that. Be a very unusual chance, but you know, might as well take it. And no jump, so can't get there. All right, enough of that. Here's Rendon, first came back from the injured list. 309, 3 homers, 12 runs driven in. 6-6, that's another range play. Rendon 1-3, fly to center. The range of Kane is a 4. See if Kane, let's see if Kane can make the play. He does. So Kane makes the catch. 2 down. Can Robles advance? Robles runs at a 4. Kane's arm is a +1, makes it a 5. But then you lose 3, that makes it a 2. So 1-2 to get to third base. And 5 he's got to hold. So he cannot get to third. He will have to stay there at second base. Roll the strategy roll again. Nothing happening. Here's Kendrick. And Kendrick is hitting .313, 6 homers, 22 driven in. 4-2 is yet another range play. Third straight range play off of Hauser's card. Kendrick, 6-1, star 2, ground ball to second. Moustakas is only a 2. If he can't get to this, it's probably going to be a run. And he cannot. That's a base hit. And of course, as usual, when I start, I find out I'm missing the base running advancement chart. Didn't pull that out from the shelf, so let me get that real quick so I can verify the base running situation. Single on an S4 to score from second, all you need is a 2. So Robles, who runs at a 4, will score easily. And the Nationals now lead it 1-0 on the RBI single by Howie Kendrick. That's RBI number 23 for Kendrick. He's a 1, +2 is a 3 for a jump. Nothing happening. Brings up Kurt Suzuki. And Suzuki's hitting .286, 4 homers and 8 driven in. Hauser 1-3 is a walk chance, and he will draw the base on balls. So that's going to put runners now at first and second with 2 down. No strategy roll this time, as Kendrick has no chance to steal third. But we'll roll for Dozier, who's hitting .243, 4 homers, 11 driven in. 6-3, strikeout chance, got him, ends the inning. Let the Nationals pick up a run. They do it on 2 hits. No errors and 2 left. At the end of half an inning of play here at Miller Park, it's Washington 1 and Milwaukee coming to bat. And Steven Strasburg being given a 1-run lead to protect here in the top or bottom of the first, rather. Make sure everything is in line. All right. So bottom of the first we go. Strasburg facing Kane. 6-4. That's a blank versus a right-hander. Go to Kane. 2-4. Star 2. That's a ground ball to short. Defoe over to Kendrick. 1 away. Here's Christian Yelich. Kane was hitting .271, 5 homers, 12 driven in. Yelich hitting .342, 10 homers and 20 driven in. 5-5, that's a possible error on a throw. Go to Yelich, 3-5, star 1, ground ball to third. Possible error on a throw. Rendon's a 6. That's an 18, so Rendon will make the play. 2 down. Thought he might have had a little bit of trouble with that first game back. Might have been a little rusty, but he was able to get it to where Kendrick could field it. 2 down, bases clear for Moustakas. He's hitting .224, 7 home runs, 25 driven in. Strasburg 3-4. That's a strikeout plus, and they got him. So nothing doing for the Brewers. 3 up and 3 down. We go to the second. Score Washington 1, Milwaukee nothing. And just like that, Adrian Hauser's back out on the mound. Nationals trying to add to their lead. Wilmer Defoe, the batter. Defoe hitting .232, 2 homers, 10 driven in. 1-3 is a walk chance. 16 is way too high for that. Defoe gets the swing. 2-5, star 2. That's a ground ball to second. Moustakas is there. 1 down. That brings up the struggling Michael Taylor hitting $1.25. No homers or runs driven in. 6-4, and that's a strikeout plus. That's not going to help his cause. He's still going to struggle. 2 down, and that brings up Strasburg. 2-6 strikeout chance. 19 is too much. Strasburg will fight that off and get the swing. 3-4, and he's going to ground it to third. Shaw there to make the play. 3 up and 3 down. Go the Nationals in the second. Much better inning for Hauser. And we go to the bottom of the second, still 1-0 in favor of the Nationals. So bottom of the second we go, and it'll be Yasmani Grandal leading things off for the Brew Crew. He's hitting .235, 4 homers and 11 driven in. 1-2 is a strikeout chance, and he got him. Strasburg's second strikeout of the game. Brings up Ben Gamble, the left fielder. .253, 1 homer, 11 driven in. Strasburg 2-4, and against a left-hander, that's an automatic out. Let's see what the automatic out is. It is a ground ball to second. So Dozier over to Kendrick, and just like that, 2 up and 2 down. Here's first baseman Jesus Aguilar hitting .278, 3 homers and 6 driven in. Brewers coming to the game 17-19. 5-5, it's possible error on a throw. Aguilar 5-5 again, ground ball to short. Defoe's a 2, so there's no error there. He will make the play. 3 up and 3 down they go. And just like that, 2 innings are in the books. We go to the third, still 1-0 Washington. And Hauser back out. He has faced 9. He can face 19. So they're hoping to get 5 innings out of Hauser. That would be really good for them, I think, to get 5 innings out of him since he's a partial starter and reliever. Here's Adam Eaton, struck out his first chance. 1-3 is a walk, so this time he draws the base on balls. Leadoff walk, and he'll be looking to get a jump. He's got an attempt of 2, plus 2 here gives him a 4. And that's a 9, nothing's happening. So Eaton will stay put. Victor Robles had the double and scored his first time up. 5-1, and that's the ballpark card. Going to Miller Park for the first time. Miller Park. 6-3, that's a single plus to right field. So Robles will single, Kenny double. Yelich has a 0 arm. Robles runs at a 4. A 1-4, he doubles. 5, he holds. 6, he's out. 5, he's got to hold. So he holds to a single, but Eaton, as the base runner, automatically gets 2 bases. That's by default. So runners are at the corners with nobody out. And Robles is the base runner at first. He's got an attempt of 5, plus the 2 is a 7. And he's going to try to steal. He steals at a 15. Nothing there. Grandal's a nothing. So it's a 1-15 for Robles. And he's out. Oh, boy. That thing was a 10. Then it flipped to a 17. So he is caught stealing. 2-4 as Moustakas put on the tag. And that kind of bummed out the Nationals. They had that thing was a 10. And at the last minute, it rolled to a 17. I don't know if you caught it or not. But that was like a pregnant pause, and it flipped over to 17. So Eaton stayed put at third. There was no double steal called or anything. So he's at third with 1 out, which is still a good scoring chance. And that'll bring up Rendon. Hauser 6-2 blank versus the right-hander Rendon. So Rendon gets to swing. 2-2. Star 3. That's a ground ball to third. Now, I didn't declare if the infield was in or back. I think early on they're going to play back. So Eaton's a 5. They're going to take the Shore out at first base to try to prevent a big inning. So it's 2-0 Nationals on the RBI ground out from Rendon. And here is Kendrick. 2 outs and the base is clear. 5-4 strikeout chance, and 9 is too high. Kendrick gets to swing. 2-5, single pass short, so it wouldn't have mattered, as Eaton would have scored on the base hit here anyway, had he stayed at third base. But as it is, Kendrick gets the base hit. Only difference is Rendon gets the RBI, not Kendrick. He's got an attempt of 1, plus the 2 there. It's a 3, and nothing happening. Here's Suzuki. Hauser, 3-2. Possible error on a throw. 5-6 is a question mark 7, but only a 1-2. That's a 6, so he's going to be out on a fly to left to end the inning. No error to worry about. Nationals get a run on 2 hits. No errors and a man left. Could have been worse had they not had the caught stealing. But as it is, Washington now leads it 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the third. And it'll be the bottom of the order. Shaw, Arcia, and Hauser due up for the Brew Crew. Shaw hitting .159, 3 homers and 10 driven in. Strasburg 6.5, possible error. Shaw 5.3, star 4, ground ball to second. That's a 2. Dozier's a 3, but that 2 is going to be an error. So Dozier boots it, E4. He doesn't commit many errors, but obviously he did right there. That 2 did it. So Shaw will reach. He has no attempt. He will just stay put. And Arcia will be the batter. He's hitting .176, 1 homer and 7 driven in. We'll roll Strat for that possible pickoff. And nothing's happening. So here's Arcia. Infield is halfway. 1-1 strikeout plus, but even, and he will get him. How about that? He's an 8 plus the 2 from the stadium gives him a 10. Plus the plus makes it a 20. That is a 20. So he gets him. 1 down. That'll bring up Hauser, the pitcher. He's going to be looking to bunt, but first we'll do a pickoff chance. And there is none. So he's going to try to bunt. Strasburg 6-1 is a range play. Interesting. Hauser is a 4 bunt rating, becomes a 3. And that's a 12. 12 on the bunt for a 3 is a good bunt. So good bunt, it's a 6 to the catcher. And I don't know if you do a range play on a bunt like that or whether you have to check for the range to see if he got it or not. Let's see, Suzuki. Haven't had one of these in a while. Suzuki's only a range of 2. So I'm thinking you got to roll and see if he gets to this. He does not. So with that being the case, I'm thinking that's a bunt single because it's a failed range play. So that's what I'm gonna count it as a bunt single. If that's wrong, somebody please let me know. But it was a range check on Strasburg's card. It was a range check. So I'm applying the range check to these bunts. I'm guessing that's the way it's supposed to be done. I really don't know. Don't have the rule book in front of me to verify it. It's another one of those little idiosyncrasies that you play it once, you make a mistake, and then you learn and you note it for next time. So, but hopefully I played it right. We'll see. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Pickoff attempt again, nothing happening. Here's Kane, infield is halfway. 2-2, and that's a potential wild pitch. That's a 6. And that will be a wild pitch by Strasburg, and that takes the double play out of the equation. And it puts the tying runs in scoring position. Big mistake there. So they're gonna play the infield back. They want to prevent the big inning. They give up a run. They just don't want to give up 2. Strasburg could really use a strikeout of Kane right here. 3-3. He's not tired, so there's no single. Kane 5-2. And he's going to single past third base, so it doesn't matter anyway. Single on an S5, and the runner from second to score cannot score. He has to have a 5, and Hauser certainly doesn't have that. So he will stop at third. Shaw does score. The run is unearned because that was the Dozier error play. So we got runners at first and third now with 1 out still, and Kane's got an attempt of 3 plus the 1 here is a 4. Nothing happening. So Kane holds. Infield is at double play depth for Yelich. Strasburg, 6-3, strikeout plus, and he got him. He needed it. That's 2 down. Keeps everybody right where they are. The infield can go back to normal. And that brings up Moustakas. Again, we'll check Kane. He's got the attempt of 3 plus the 1 is a 4. And he will be stealing, so we'll bring Kane's card back out because he is going to be trying to steal. He is going to attempt to steal. He's a 14. Suzuki, his arm rating is a +2. That makes him a 16. 1 from Strasburg makes it a 17. So 1 to 17, and Kane will get the stolen base. And he does, and it's a 2. Possible throwing error on Suzuki. So Kane's going to steal second base. And now you wonder if Suzuki, he's got an error rating of 6. It's a 3, so he does throw it away, and that allows Hauser to score. Second error of the inning on the Nationals, and Strasburg's got to be wondering what the hell's going on, as that's the second error of the inning. E2 puts the runner at third, so Moustakas still at the plate, But we're tied at 2, thanks to some shoddy defense by the Nationals. Do a pickoff chance, nothing happening. Here's Moustakas. 3-2, possible error on a grounder. Could it be a third error of the inning? Moustakas 6-2, and that's going to be a ground ball to third. That's a 16 though. Rendon's only a 6, so no error. The inning's over, but the Brewers pick up 2 runs. None of them were earned. And let's see, just 2 hits, 2 errors, and they left 1 on base. So we go to the 4th, tied at 2. And Strasburg's got to shake that off, and hopefully his teammates will pick him up offensively because they certainly let him down defensively. All starting with this guy, Dozier. He's going to lead off the inning after making that error that got the whole thing started. So here's Dozier. He's had a rough day. He made that error and he struck out his first time up. So looking for some redemption here against Hauser. 2-4, that's a ball 1, so Hauser will fire again. 3-3, that's a strikeout chance. 13 is too much. No strikeout there. Dozier 2-1, he's going to fly to left. 1 down for Wilmer Defoe. 5-5. Defoe is a switch hitter batting left, so that is a blank. Go to Defoe, 6-5, star 4, ground ball to third. 2 down, and that brings up Michael Taylor. 3-2, possible error on the throw. 3-4, ground ball to short, possible error. Arcia's a 6, that's a 1. That is an error on the throw. Is it a 2-base error? Aguilar's range is a 4. He can't get it. Michael Taylor's BR rating is a 3. Can he make it to second? He can. So Michael Taylor, 2-base error on Arcia. Puts Taylor at second base, but now you got Strasburg coming up, so that's not a good proposition. Taylor does have an attempt of 6. He's got an attempt of 6 plus 2 is an 8 to try to, so that'd be a total of 4 when you cut it in half to steal third, and he won't do it. Here is Strasburg. Hauser, 2-5, strikeout chance, and he got him to end the inning. So the 2-base error does not hurt them. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 4th, still 2-2. Nip and tuck as Strasburg was cruising with a 2-0 lead until the defense decided to let him down a little bit. All right, here's Grandal. Struck out his first chance. 3-5, that goes to the ballpark. Going to Miller Park once again for Grandal. That's a 3-2, and that's a ground ball to second. This time Dozier does make the play, 1 away. Here's Gamble. 6-2, strikeout plus, got him. Strasburg with the strikeout. 2 up and 2 down. Here's Aguilar. 6-1, range play. 1-2, liner to second, but Dozier's only a 2 for his range. Can he get to it? He can, so Dozier snags it to end the inning. So at least he did something right defensively. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Strasburg, and he needed it. We go to the 5th, still tied at 2. And now Hauser can face 19 batters. He has faced 18. He is set to bat third next inning, so they would like to get him through this inning if possible. But the bullpen is loosening. They do have right-hander Burns, who did not pitch in the last game, Corbin Burns. He is loosening in the bullpen, just in case. All right, Adam Eaton is batter number 19, so he's not tired yet. He will be tired on the Robles at bat. Oops. Eaton struck out and walked. 4-2, that's a range play, so we're going to Eaton's card. 1-3, and that's a fly ball to center field. Range of Kane is a 4. Can Kane get to it? He can, so Kane takes that hit away. 1 down. Here's Victor Robles, and now Hauser is tired, so he's got to avoid those fatigue rolls. 3-6, he did. 3-5 would have been a fatigue, but 3-6 is a strikeout. Robles is out of there, 2 down. And if they can get one more out from Hauser and give him 5 complete, they'll be tickled to death. There's Rendon, 4-1. And that's a potential walk versus a right-hander, and he will walk Rendon. Inning continues. Rendon has an attempt of 3, but nothing's happening. So here's Kendrick. 5-5. That's a potential walk versus a right-hander, and he does walk Kendrick. So back-to-back walks. Now it starts to get a little dicey, pardon the pun. And Suzuki is up, but he still has, I mean, anything he did here had nothing to do with fatigue. He just happened to walk 2 guys. So they're going to go out and visit Hauser on the mound and see if they can't coax him through this last out. They're going to let him pitch to Suzuki, but if he doesn't get Suzuki, I think he's gone. 3-3 strikeout chance, and he does not get him. He's a 5 plus a 2 is a 7. That's an 8. So Suzuki staves that off and gets to swing. 2-1, and he's going to double to left field. Wow. Suzuki doubles, but really Hauser had no impact. I mean, he tried to strike him out, but he couldn't do it. That's the best you can do as a pitcher is get aside from the star line, the strikeout chance is the best chance you have. But it's a double. Rendon will score from second easily. Kendrick runs at a 3. The double went to left, which means you lose 1, so that drops him to a 2. There are 2 outs, that brings him back to a 3. And Gamble's a +2, that makes him a 5. So a 5, anything other than a 6, and Kendrick will score. 4 he does, so Kendrick will score 2. It's a 2-run double. 2-run double. And you hate to burn a pitcher like this. You might think about double switching here. Let's see how they want to handle this. See who made the last out for Milwaukee. It was Aguilar. So let's see how they want to play this. They're gonna double switch. Aguilar is coming out of the game. Eric Thames is going to bat in the 9th position. So there will be a double switch, and Corbin Burns will be coming on. So Thames will now take over at first base. And the pitcher spot, Burns, is there. So, and let's see, Thames at first base. Let's remove Aguilar and get Thames in there. So Thames as a first baseman is a 3 and a 3. Where Aguilar was a 4 and a 4, but Thames is a 3 and a 3. But Thames will bat 9th, which means he comes up 3rd in the inning, and Aguilar has been removed. And Corbin Burns will be coming on. Corbin Burns. Figure out the totals on Hauser after the inning is over. Brian Dozier is up with the runner still at second base and 2 outs. Burns does have some pickoff rolls, so we'll roll for strategy roll. Nothing on there. Here's Dozier. 6-4, strikeout plus, he got him. So Burns comes in and strikes out Dozier to end the inning. And now we'll do the totals on Hauser. All right, so Hauser goes 4 2/3. Let's see, for the Nationals in this inning, they had 2 runs on a hit, no errors and a man left. All right, so he walked 4 total. 1 here, 1 here, and 2 there. So 4 walks. That kind of did him in a little bit. He gave up 5 hits and 4 runs, all of which were earned. Struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Hauser in jeopardy of going to 0-1, depending on what the Nationals and the Brewers do the rest of the game. Of course, the Nationals bullpen is infamous for blowing leads, so anything is liable to happen. So we start the bottom of the 5th, and it'll be the bottom portion of the order: Shaw, Arcia, and Thames, who came in on the double switch. So Shaw reached on an error by Dozier's first time up and then scored. Strasburg 1-6 strikeout chance. He got him. So this time Strasburg not taking any chances with the ground ball. He just gets the strikeout. Here's Arcia. 2-3, and that's a range play, so we're going to Arcia's card. 4-3. 4-3 is a single to third, a pass third, but Rendon does have a 4 for his range. So if he can get to this, he can take that away. 1-4, he stops it. And he does, so Rendon takes that hit away. Out number 2, and they're certainly glad to have Rendon back. Kendrick was playing there. He would have been a 2 range, and that would have, well, he still would have gotten that one, but it would have been a lot harder. All right, here's Eric Thames, his first at bat since coming in on the double switch. 3-5, we're going to the ballpark cards. So going to Miller Park for Thames. 3-3, and that's a rare play, so Thames gets the rare play result. How about that? His first at bat of the game, and it winds up on the rare play chart. So we go to the replay baseball rare play chart, which I've started to use here lately. That's the replay baseball rare play chart. Bases empty. We roll 2d6s and add them up, which is a 7. And so we go to 7 on the rare play bases empty, which is down here. And then we look at see how many outs there are. But in this case, the same result is for all the outs. They're all grouped in together. So let's see what it says. Roll 1 die against outfielder's defensive rating. Oh, I'm sorry, with 2 outs, it depends on the outfielder. With nobody out, it's the right fielder, 1 out, it's the center fielder, 2 outs, it's the left fielder. So in our case, there are 2 outs, that's Eaton, he's a 3. So it says roll 1 die against outfielder's defensive rating. If die is not higher, outfielder makes a fine running catch. Okay, so basically it's a range, it turns to a range play. 1-3, Eaton will make the catch. 4, 5, or 6, it's going to drop. And Eaton makes the catch, and that's the end of that. I'll read the rest of it just in case, see what would have happened had he not made it. If die is higher, ball drops in for a hit, and batter gets as many bases as the die roll exceeds the outfielder's rating. Interesting. All right, so he was a 3. If I'd have rolled a 6, that means he'd have gotten a triple, because 6 being 3 more than 3. But interesting enough, but 3 up and 3 down is going to do it. And we go to the 6th inning with the score, Nationals 4, Milwaukee 2. And Burns, having only faced 1 batter, will stay in the game, obviously, and pitch the 6th inning, assuming he's effective. And it'll be Wilmer Defoe, the batter, to start things off. Wilmer Defoe. And Defoe's 0 for 2. He's grounded to second and grounded to third. 4-2. That's a walk plus chance. And Defoe will draw the leadoff walk. Defoe, attempt of 1. Nothing happening. Here's Michael Taylor. 4-6. That's a hit by pitch chance. He's a 0. -8. No hit by pitch. Taylor gets the swing. 4-2. Star 4. Ground ball to first. Could be a double play. But he's got a 0. So playing halfway makes it a 1. So the only chance he has of a double play is if this is a 1. It's not. So the 4 is greater than Defoe's BR rating, so it will be a fielder's choice. 3-6. Michael Taylor, the new runner at first base. He does have an attempt of 6. And nothing's happening there either. Strasburg, the batter. Do you bunt with 1 out already? Do you let him swing away? They're going to let him swing away. Burns, 4-4. And that's straight up home run. Do you believe that? Straight up home run. He's only a 3. That's a 5. How close did he come to hitting a home run right there? Very, very close. Could have been a 2-run homer, but he does get to swing. 3-1, star 1, ground ball to second. Could be a double play, but he's got a 0 double play rating as well. So again, it has to be a 1. That's the only chance they have at a double play. And they don't get it. It's a 2. Taylor's base running rating exceeds that, so Taylor will actually get to second base. So it ends up kind of like a sacrifice, but not really scored that way. It's just a 4-3 ground out. So 2 down, and that brings up Eaton. Roll for the pickoff. Nothing happening. Here's Eaton. Burns, this is batter number 5. So he's not tired yet. He would be tired on the next batter. 6-1, and that's a strikeout chance. 20 is too much. We go to Eaton. 1-3, and that's a fly to center. He had that same result before with against the lefty. It would have been a triple, but against a righty, it's a fly to center. It's not a range play. It's just a regular play, and the inning's over. So for the Nationals, no runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. we go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 4-2. And that's going to do it for Burns. His day is done. He gave him what he could. And now, for the Brew Crew, it'll be the top of the order, Lorenzo Cain facing Strasburg. Strasburg can face 25 batters. Right now he's faced 18. So he's good at least for this inning. Probably 7 innings unless he really gives up a lot of stuff this inning. Here's Cain. He's grounded to short, single, stole a base. 3-4. Strikeout plus. He's down on strikes, 1 away. Cain out of there. Here's Yelich. He's grounded to third and struck out. 1-6 strikeout chance. That's too high. Yelich. I'm sorry, that was a 2. What am I talking about being too high? It was 2. I don't know. I was reading never mind what I was reading. That's a strikeout. He got a 2 and his strikeout chances is a 12. So that was an automatic strikeout. I don't know what I was thinking there. Slight brain freeze on that one, but it was a strikeout. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Moustakas. 5-4. That's another strikeout chance. 13 though. This time it's too high. Moustakas 3-1, grounded to short. So 1-2-3 inning for Strasburg. So he can easily go 7 innings now. And we go to the 7th. It's 4-2 Nationals. And we'll get a new pitcher for Corbin Burns, as he did what he could do. Kept his team in the game as best he could. Let's see, he got out of the jam in the 5th and then pitched a scoreless 6th. So now let's see who they're going to go to. It's Robles, Rendon, and Kendrick, a whole bunch of right-handers. So they're going to have to use a right-hander that pitched in the previous game. They have no choice now. And they're going to go to, let's see what position he's going to be batting in. It's just a 1-inning guy because he's going to be batting third. So they just want a guy that can go 1 inning that don't need length. So they're going to, hey, it's Matt Albers. So Matt Albers is on. And he will be ineligible to pitch tomorrow because this will be his 2nd game in a row and they're going to need to give him a day off. So I'd make a note that he will be ineligible tomorrow. All right, so inning a 3rd, and he got a strikeout and a walk. Gave up no hits or anything else for Burns. Okay, Victor Robles to start off against Matt Albers. Robles doubled, singled, and struck out. 1-2, that's another strikeout chance. 15, too much. Robles does get to swing. 1-4 is going to ground to third. Shaw makes the play, 1 down. Here's Anthony Rendon. Hitless on his return. He did draw a walk and score a run, but he's 0 for 2. 2-4, that's a range play at Miller Park. So we're going to Miller Park. 3-5, and that's a ground ball to first. Range play at Thames. Now, we did the double switch. Aguilar was a 4 range, but Thames is only a 3, or Thames is only a 3 range. So see if that makes a difference. It does not. Thames makes it anyway. Had to pause that. I didn't think you wanted to hear me sneeze. I was trying to finish the thought before I sneezed, but it just didn't work. So with there being a range play, it ends up being a 3-1 put out as he flips to Albers covering. And yes, Albers lumbered over in time to cover first base. So there's 2 down for Howie Kendrick, and Kendrick's had a good day. He's 2 for 2, 2 singles and a walk. Albers 1-5, strikeout chance too much. Kendrick gets to swing. 1-5, fly to right. So a 1-2-3 inning for Matt Albers. He pitches 1 inning with nothing going on, and he will lead the game for a pinch hitter in the bottom of the 7th. So 7th inning stretch time here at Miller Park with the Nationals leading 4-2. And we'll figure out who the pinch hitter is going to be for the Brewers. They have Braun, Perez, and Pena, so I'm thinking Ryan Braun. All right-handers, there are no lefties, or switch hitters, so it doesn't matter about righties because you need a righty. So it's going to be Grandal, Gamble, and then Ryan Braun. So Braun will be here pinch hitting here in the 7th inning, in that 6th position that the pitcher is now batting in. All right, Grandal, 0 for 2, struck out and grounded to second. Strasburg, 4-3, strikeout chance, that's a 10, he got him. So 1 down. Strasburg can face 25. He has faced 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. He has now faced 22, so he's still good for this inning, most likely. Here's Gamble. Gamble 0 for 2, ground out to second and a strikeout. 1-4 is an automatic out versus a lefty. And that out is a fly to left, so 2 down. And that brings up the pinch hitter, Ryan Braun. He does have power. He can put a run on the board just from the batter's box. Strasburg 5-1's a walk plus, and he can walk also, so he will walk. And now let's see what happens here. Strasburg now has faced 25 batters. This is batter number, I'm sorry, he's faced 24 batters. This is batter 25. Travis Shaw is the last batter he can face before he's tired. Braun, his attempt is a 2 plus 1 from Strasburg, makes him a 3. And that's a 2. So do we want Braun to steal? That's the question. I forgot to write this up here. But he was a 2. Whoops. He was a 2 attempt plus the 1 from Strasburg was a 3, and the D20 was a 2. So he can steal. He's an 18. Plus 1 is a 19. Suzuki's a plus 2, makes him a 21. So anything other than the 20, and he will successfully steal it. And he does. So stolen base there for Braun. How about that? He gets into scoring position. He did steal 11 bases on the season. So he's in scoring position with 2 down and Travis Shaw the batter. And he again is batter 25. So we'll see if Strasburg can hold on. Pickoff attempt. Nothing happening. Strasburg to Shaw. 5-1's a walk plus. So that'll put runners at first and second. With 2 down and Orlando Arcia the batter, Strasburg is now tired. But I think they're going to stick with him to try to get him through this inning. Nothing on the strat roll. Here's Arcia. 4-3. And as soon as I do that, he gets the fatigue roll. How do you like that? He got the fatigue roll. It will be a walk because he's a 9 plus 3 is a 12. That's an 11. So it is a walk. And now he's going to have to leave. There's no choice. He has to go. When you've reached your fatigue level and you get that result, I play with the optional rule that he is exhausted and has to come out. So that will be the case. The Nationals will go to a bullpen for a lefty, and it'll be Matt Grace. Matt Grace, the left-hander, will be coming on. No double switch or anything. Just Grace is just going to come in, just to come in. I think. Let me double check that. Yeah, he's just gonna come in. So Grace is gonna come on to pitch in a big spot because now the bases are loaded with 2 outs. Can't close the book on Strasburg. He could win it, but he could also lose it if all 3 runs score and they lose the game. He could take the loss. So very big, important at bat here for Matt Grace to defend, as he's facing Eric Thames, lefty on lefty. And this would have been a perfect Tony Sipp time, but of course he's injured. They don't trust Dan Jennings, and Doolittle is your only other lefty. You're not going to use him in the 7th inning. So, or I guess you could, unconventionally, thinking the save is in the 7th inning, not the 9th. But I think they're going to go to Matt Grace and see what he can do, and we'll do the totals on Strasburg when the inning is over. So Grace now, he does have a pickoff chance, but it's not happening. So Thames, lefty on lefty against Matt Grace. 6-3, it would have been a walk plus to a righty, but against a lefty, that's a blank. So that's a blank. And that's going to take us over to Thames at bat. 6-2, question mark 8 against a lefty goes to 16. That's a 12. That's a double. A double for Eric Thames. How do you like that? At least 2 runs are going to come on to tie the game. We'll see if the 3rd run can come in and give him the lead. Arcia, the shortstop, was the runner at first. He got a base run rating of 4. There are 2 outs, makes him a 5. And let's see, the score from first on a double to center field. You add 1, that makes him a 6. So he will score without a throw because Taylor's got a 0 arm. So it's a base clearing double. Close the book on Strasburg. He could take the loss now as he has given up 5 runs. Granted, only 3 of them are earned. He's going to end up going 6 2/3 innings. And then we'll do his walks. And let's see here. He's walked to 3 here. Walked the bases loaded there. And those were his only walks. He had not walked anybody until this inning. So he walked all 3 in the 7th inning. Strikeouts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 strikeouts. And hits allowed. He'd only allowed 2 hits coming into this inning. He'd only allowed 2 hits, 1 to Kane and 1 to the pitcher, Hauser. That was it. It was only 2 hits he allowed. So he's got an interesting line, 6 2/3, 2 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, and 9 strikeouts. So just a rough outing altogether. Grace gives up all those inherited runners. And now he will be pitching to Lorenzo Cain to try to keep it from getting any worse. Grace 6-4. And that's a strikeout plus against a lefty, but not against a righty. It's a blank against the righty. Cain 6-4 again. He's going to single past second, and that may bring in another run. It will, because Thames runs at a 3, and all you need is a 2. Plus there's 2 outs. He actually runs at a 4. So he will score. That run is charged to Grace. It is now 6-4 Brew Crew. Cain attempt of 3, -1 is a 2. 1, he's going to get a chance to steal. He's a 14, plus the 1's a 15, plus 2 from Suzuki is a 17. And he's in there, stolen base. Now that brings up Yelich. Lefty on lefty, Grace has to get out of this. 5-1, he will get it out of it. It looks like it because it's a strikeout plus against the lefty. Yelich strikes out at an 8, plus the 2 is a 10, plus it's a 20. That's a 20, so he gets the strikeout to end the inning. But Grace, not the saving grace the Nationals needed right there. He gives up 2 hits and a run. Did get a strikeout, but that's of little consequence. 4 runs for the Brewers in the 7th. They now lead it 6-4 over the Nationals. So again, the Nationals bullpen not on their A game. So now we turn to let's see what they're going to have here for the Brew Crew. We need a new pitcher for Matt Albers, as they were pinch hit for. So let's see who did the pinch hitting here. Let's see, pitcher spot's going to come up 4th this inning. So they just need a guy to go 1 inning. And that guy's going to be Jeremy Jeffress. They're saving Josh Hader for the 9th. So Jeremy Jeffress is coming on, and he's also going to be unavailable tomorrow because this will be his 2nd game in a row. So he will be unavailable tomorrow. Jeremy Jeffress is coming on. Facing Kurt Suzuki, Brian Dozier, and Wilmer Defoe. 1-2, strikeout chance, not enough. Suzuki gets the swing. 1-1, he's going to ground it to short, 1 away. Suzuki is out, here's Dozier. 5-2, strikeout chance, he did get him, 2 down. Brings up Defoe. 2-3, that's a blank, we go to Defoe's card. 2-3 again, and 2-3 again is a question mark 9, up to an 11, but that's a 19, so it's just a fly to right. Yelich has it, innings over. So the Brew Crew bullpen has been outstanding, giving up nothing. Since Burns came in right here to face Dozier with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the 5th, they have retired. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They've retired 11 in a row now. 11 in a row. Well, a walk. I'm sorry, they didn't retire 11 in a row. They only gave a walk, but no hits or runs. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Brew Crew still lead it by the score of 6-4. We need a new pitcher for the Nationals. As Grace couldn't get it done. For the Brewers, it'll be Moustakas to start it off. Hader is loosening in the bullpen. So let's see how they want to play this. They're going to go to Kyle Barraclough to try to keep things where they are. Kyle Barraclough. Doesn't exactly ooze confidence when you think you're going to bring in Barraclough to hold the fort. Fort might be in trouble. All right, here is Mike Moustakas, 0 for 3. 4-6, that's a range play. 2-1, fly to right. Robles has got a range of 4. And he got it. So Robles, right on time, makes the catch. 1 down. Here's Grandal. 4-5, possible error on a throw. 6-4, that's a ground ball to short against a right-hander. Ground ball to short. Defoe is a 2 for his error rating. That's a 16, so no error. 2 down for Ben Gamble, left fielder. And Jeffress is on deck, so that if Gamble reaches, they will go to a pinch hitter, most likely Hernan Perez. 2-3, that's a walk plus, and he will walk. So we will see Hernan Perez as a pinch hitter. That will just leave the backup catcher Pena as position players on the bench. So Gamble draws the 2-out walk. He does, before anything else, he's got an attempt of 1, plus 1 from Barraclough is a 2. Nothing happening. So the strategy rolls out of the way now. And now I need to get, somehow the pitchers and the hitters got mixed together here on me. I don't know how that happened. So I got to find where the other pinch hitters are for the Brew Crew. Or do they get mixed in with the Nationals somehow? Somehow I'm missing the pinch hitters for the Brew Crew, and I don't know how. Kind of embarrassing. Got Braun and Aguilar in front of me, but I don't have the other guys. I don't know what I had them out in front of me, so what did I do with them? Administrative problems. Let's see. Where could they have gone? This is really strange that I cannot find them. Very, very strange. I had them to start the game, so I don't know what happened to them since then. I did not do anything with them. Oh, frustrating when you have something and you don't know where it went. Let's see. I'm double and triple checking, but I'm just not seeing anything. I know they were out here. I know they were. I saw them. But what the heck happened to them is anybody's guess. This is insane, folks. I want to pause the video until I can find the pinch hitters. Okay, found them. They somehow got mixed up in the lineup. I hope I didn't use any of these guys out of turn. Anyway, it is Hernan Perez who's going to pinch hit with a runner at first and 2 down. I've already done the strategy roll. So Barraclough is going to pitch to Perez, 6-5, strikeout plus, and he got him. So tough luck pinch hitting there for Perez. His day is done, or his chance is done. He's gone. For the Brew Crew in the 8th inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. And I forgot to do the totals here. 4 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. All right, so Barraclough is going to go 1 inning, walk and a strikeout, nothing else. And we go to the top of the 9th. It is 6-4 in favor of the Brewers. And that means Josh Hader time. He's in there now to try to seal the deal. And for the Nationals, it will be Taylor and a pinch hitter for the pitcher. Pinch hitter for Bear Claw. And the pinch hitter for Bear Claw is going to be Yan Gomes. He's already picked up a bat to hit. So Yan Gomes is going to hit. It'll be Taylor, Gomes, and Eaton. Taylor, Gomes, and Eaton for Josh Hader. All right, 6-4. Last chance for the Nationals. Or looks like we'll have to figure out who the winning pitcher would be. I'm thinking it's going to be Albers, but I got to double check it. And then Strasburg, who I thought was going to get the win, will be taking the loss. All right, Hader, 2-2, strikeout plus. He comes in there firing bullets, and Taylor's out of there. Here's the pinch hitter, Yan Gomes. 1-1, possible error on a ground ball. 1-6, it's a pop up to second, so there's no error there. 2 down. Down to our last chance, it's Adam Eaton. Last opportunity. Hader 1-3, that's a straight up home run chance, but he's a 4, that's a 13, so no home run from Eaton, but he will get to swing. And it's a 1-6, he's going to fly to center, and that's going to do it. Josh Hader gets the save. 1 inning pitched, nothing, you got a strikeout, nothing else. So the Brewer bullpen was just outstanding, just incredible. Brewer bullpen was just really just the MVPs of the game, I think, were the Brewer bullpen. All right, so the Nationals gave up the runs in the 7th, so whoever covered the 7th would get the win, and that was Matt Albers. So Matt Albers gets the win with Hader getting the save, and Strasburg takes the loss. So hey, Matt Albers gets the win, Strasburg takes the loss, and Hader gets the save. 6-4 Brewers. 2 errors by the Nationals really didn't help their cause. Nationals only got 5 hits, and they all came pretty early. They left on 6. For the Brewers, they wound up with just 4 hits. That's all they got was 4 hits. They left on 3. But it was those errors that did it. All right, so I think that's the official word now in this game. Final score from Miller Park. Brewers come back and win it with 4 runs in the 7th. They turn a 4-2 deficit into a 6-4 victory. For the Brewers, 6 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 3 left. For the Nationals, 4 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors, and 6 left. Winning pitcher was Matt Albers. Losing pitcher was Steven Strasburg. He drops to 3-3. And the save goes to Josh Hader. I don't have the totals on either one of those guys for their win or their saves. Nationals do drop to 21-13, and they're now only a game and a half ahead of the Mets. And for the Brewers, they improved to 18-19. So final game of the 3-game series will be coming up in the next Nationals video. And after that game, they'll be hopping a charter out to Tinseltown to take on the Dodgers for a 4-game set before finally returning home. So they're facing some tougher opponents, obviously, taking on the Brewers and the Dodgers. That's not exactly chopped liver to be taken on. So we'll see how they do going forward. But to this game, they had got to feel like they let one slip away. Got to let one slip away. So Eric Thames, that big bases loaded double, and that was that double switch that was made. So Brewer manager knew what he was doing, I guess, making that double switch. So that's going to do it from here. Again, the final score, Milwaukee 6, Washington 4. Until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.